Y la tierra no se lo trago. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special revolver. We have El Patron. I guess is what that is. I don't know if that's showing up well on camera, but it's an El Patron revolver from Uberti. You betcha. It's an Italian El Patron revolver.
Like, you are in no danger of being deported.
Oh, I know how to protect myself from ICE. Yeah, you start pronouncing Spanish like that, they ain't gonna send you anywhere. El riesgo siempre vive. All right, so we are here today with the El Patron revolver, El Patron, which I think is some kind of Mexican casserole. I'm not really sure. It's some kind of, it's got hamburger, it's got beef in it. It's some kind of beef dish. Anyway, it's a pretty faithful clone of the old single action Army. This with a 4 3/8 inch barrel, so it's comes up even with the ejector rod. We've got some beautiful case hardening here on the frame, beautiful case hardening on the hammer. This one has these one-piece wood checkered grips, and I prefer smooth grips. They look very nice. I prefer the look and feel, though, of the smooth wood grips. Wood to metal fit is good for the most part, quite good. This one sadly has some wear on it. It's been dropped at some point. We even have wear. I don't know if it's showing up, but there are little chips here, little nicks in the frame. So it's been dropped on concrete or something like that. It's a shame. But it's still a pretty good looking revolver, and I bet it's a pretty good shooting revolver. We have a traditional firing pin mounted right on the hammer, and we have no safeties at all. This one actually doesn't even have the little one back safety notch position that so many Colts have. We go straight to half cock and then to full cock. But yeah, flip open the loading gate, set it to half cock. That allows us to turn the cylinder and load. We can eject with the ejector rod. Of course, we have just a notch in the rear of the frame and a front post or blade for sighting. I'm guessing that this one will shoot quite low because so many single action revolvers do. They usually ship them with a very tall front sight. You pick the ammo you want to shoot, and then once you've done that, you file down the front sight until it shoots to point of aim. That's the traditional way of doing it, but that frustrates a lot of modern shooters because you buy a revolver, you take it to the range, and you say, hey, why is it a foot low? Because it hasn't been sighted in yet, that's why. But yeah, beautiful blued finish with this case hardening. This one is chambered 357 Magnum. I'm going to be shooting it with some relatively light 38 special loads.
Pansy.
Good news, my camera operator has just volunteered to shoot this with full power loads. In fact, I've got some buffalo boar in the car.
You're a very masculine man.
This is like so many SAA clones now. It's got our little push button release for the cylinder pin. It's not with a screw at the front like the early ones. So it's a smokeless powder frame, as so many people would call it. But yeah, it's a very cool revolver. It has 6 chambers, but man, there is no safety when that hammer is well, maybe I was wrong. I have never seen anything like this in my life, but when I'm looking through, this won't show up on camera at all, I bet. Can you see through that gap? Can you see my shirt through
Well,
here?
I could when you had it up.
So, okay, should I hold it up again?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so when I press the trigger, you can probably see the firing pin stick through.
Yes.
Obviously, when I thumb the hammer back, it's not sticking through anymore because it's right here.
Yeah.
You still see the gap?
I see the gap.
I'm going to get off the trigger and ease this hammer forward. Do you see it poking through?
Not yet.
That's not normal for an SAA. On an SAA, you usually see that firing pin resting against the cartridge, and when I press the trigger, I bet it shows up again, doesn't it? And if I hold the trigger as I ease this forward, I bet it sticks right through.
Yes, it does.
Okay, I don't know what kind of witchcraft this is. This is El Patron witchcraft. This is some kind of Mexican witch. I have no idea how this works. This is all new to me, but apparently they've got some kind of system that allows, it looks like it's safe to carry with 6. Now, I still wouldn't, but yeah, as long as I don't hold the trigger, sometimes it sticks through, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know why it's not sticking all the way through. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to load 5 rounds and shoot this on the range, but typically if you're not aware of this, with these old style single action revolvers and even some double action. Anyway, with these old style revolvers, and Uberti makes them very faithfully, you only load 5 because otherwise you'd be resting that firing pin against a live primer, and that's not safe, obviously. Modern guns would have a transfer bar safety, or the heritage guns have a little manual safety. There are a bunch of different ways to do it. Hammer block safety on a Smith & Wesson. But this is faithful to the old school way of doing it, and I love that. I love shooting these, but you have to bear in mind that they don't have the same kind of safety that a modern revolver does. Let's load this thing up and shoot it. Okay, we ready to film?
Ready, Bloom guy.
Okay. Did you call me Bloom guy?
Yeah, it's spring and the flowers are blooming.
Yes, the plants are in, some of them are in bloom, but that doesn't make me the bloom guy.
Shoot already?
Yeah, I guess. All right, so we got our Winchester white box, 130 grain full metal jacket. We got our Uberti L Patron revolver. We got 5 rounds. We got a target with pasted up shot holes. Let's do this. I'm going to call this about 12 yards. Let's go have a look. We have nice deep dents in the primers. I checked those out. No problem with ignition. Got some serious dents in those primers. Obviously a really heavy hammer fall, long heavy hammer fall on an SAA. This trigger is like a target trigger. It is short and light and crisp. I have no complaints at all. It's actually, it doesn't feel like it's traveling that much when I fire, but it actually has quite a bit of travel. Anyway, it feels like a target trigger. Put some pressure on the trigger, you get a true surprise break. 5 rounds, my God, they're almost touching. I will say that to the extent that they're not touching each other, that's my fault and not the revolvers. This thing is beautifully accurate. The trigger is great. And it is not shooting terribly low. I mean, obviously this is my point of aim. It is shooting to the left, which is a shame. But, you know, it might be an inch or 2 low. I'm not going to complain very much about this. Obviously, they can't regulate this for every kind of ammo on the market, so it may be set up for some other load that I'm not shooting. If I try 10 different loads, I could probably find one that'll just shoot that dot right out of the middle. I can see why people like these. Feels good, looks good, shoots really well. I love the SAA. I love these Uberti clones. This is not my favorite one, but it's certainly not my least favorite. I ain't knocking it. It's a very, very good one. And of course, in 357 mag, it would deliver plenty of potency. With its 38 special ammo, recoil is mild, fun to shoot. You kind of can't go wrong with this. This one does get a recommendation from me, and I want to thank Mark for providing this for testing. If you're looking for an SAA, you could do a lot worse. You know, speaking of L patrons, if you want to become L patron of my Patreon account, I would really appreciate that. You could donate $1 a month. That goes a long way toward providing Winchester white box ammo and boom shirts and you know, range fees and things like that. So if you want to be L patron, you get on lpatron.com. Is it called lpatron.com?
I think it's just Patreon.
Yeah, get on lpatreon.com. So if you want to be L patron of the L channel, you just go to lpatron.com.
Did you say L channel or Hell channel?
Cut.